Hi everybody, it's Martin from Derraco UK here. I know some of you have been waiting for the Arbor press to finally arrive. Glad to say it has done. So we're going to do a video. I won't say quick, I don't really know how long it's going to be. If you've seen any of the other videos, you'll know I don't script these. So we're just going to go through it as best as I can. As always, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments or messages, depending on whether you're looking at this on Facebook or on YouTube. But I'm not sure which bits you'd like to know most, so I'm just going to try and go through everything, hence why it might not be as quick as you might think. Also, I'm not some pro reloader like some people. I haven't been reloading for decades, but I've been reloading for about 4 or 5 years now, so I'll take that for what it is. The only other thing as well is the only other thing I've got to compare it to is this Harol's Arbor press. So a lot of the comparisons are going to be done in relation to this. If you've got something else, Sinclair, K&M, whatever it happens to be, see how it compares. Let me know how it compares, how the Derraco one will be going to whatever it is that you're using. And also, just try and remember that this is a prototype. So when we go through this today, this is just a first gen prototype. There's loads of things that we can change, I'm told. Obviously, we're aware that the company, the main man, Cheng, he will watch this video, he will read your comments and take everything on board. There might be some things that we can do, there might be some things that we can't do, or that just aren't practical to do. But let us know your thoughts. Obviously, if there's enough people want something, then that's what we can do. But don't take it as an offence if you suggest something and it doesn't end up in the final model. I'm going to bring this in a bit closer for you to see. Right, first thought when this landed was weight. It weighs a ton, especially compared with the Harol's one that I've got. So, frame of reference, we've got handy dandy kitchen scales, and just to compare, in their current configuration now, side by side, can we see this on the video? Side by side, you can see that there is a height difference in the main rod. I'll do some measurements in a short while. It's probably about 1.5 inches, something like that, so just bear that in mind. So the Harol's one, as it currently stands, that weighs 1.56 kilograms. Okay, 1.56 to the Harol's. The Derraco one, be careful with that one, just under 2.5. So that's about 900 grams, nearly a kilo heavier than the Harol's, and it really does feel it. Although dimensionally they're very, very similar, the weight on the Derraco one is substantial. That said, as I said, it's all in relation to, or a lot of it is in relation to, the base plate, which has a similar size footprint but is probably about twice as thick, and the main rod. Now, when I was sent the prototype version, I was sent 2 different rods. Okay, so this is the first question that's going to be asked of everybody out there. Now, the short rod that I was sent, I've been in discussion already, it's realistically too short for us to use. So I'm going to turn that so you might be able to see them a bit better on the videos. Can you see those? Oh, ow. Right, hopefully that helps you a little bit better just to see how they are. The short rod is realistically too short, I think. However, the first question to ask is what sort of sizes you want these in. As far as I'm aware, the Harol's, for example, only comes in one height, but I know that certain other companies, not going to name names, will do them in multiple heights. As a rough guide for you, so the Harol's comes in, that back rod is about 20 centimetres, about 8 inches high, off the plate to the top of the rod. So you've got virtually that sort of working space, less your 4 centimetres for that one. Okay, so that gives you a working window of roughly 16 centimetres. The longer rod that I've been sent, that is about 25 centimetres of rod, similar sort of block size, 4 centimetres. So you got 21 centimetres of working space here. The question that I was talking through with Cheng about is, in my opinion, I think that's probably fine for most people. Would we, or would anyone need a taller one? The few dies that I have are for 223, which is this one, and 6.5 PRC. So I don't load any really big calibers. If you think you need a really big working space here, will you please let us know if you think that this won't suffice, and we can maybe look at either just do we just do one that's slightly higher, or do we do one that is either this height or maybe a little bit shorter, and then do like an extra long one? I don't know. Tell us your thoughts on that one. Other differences between this one and the Harolds, for example, again, I'm going to bring this in close for you. So we've got countersunk holes. If you want to mount this to your bench or anything else, then you can do so. And then we've got the lizard's tongue here with like a V-notched thing, which you can adjust on the 2 Allen keys here. And all that is for is to centre up the, can you see that? The inline die as we're using it, so that it doesn't need to be centered. If you use an Arbor die already, you know that it doesn't need to be smacking the center underneath this head. However, it just makes it nice and simple. Pop it out, do your funky thing, get it back in, up against that notch and down again, rather than having to two-hand like walk it in or anything. I'm told that it's not a difficult thing to manufacture, so if you think it's a bit over-engineered or not necessary, you could just take it off. It's not a problem, but I don't think it's not going to hurt anybody doing it that way. There are a few suggestions that I've made, but I'm not going to say them all on here, because I'd like to have your opinion without me swaying you really. I'll put some more detailed photographs onto the Facebook page. So again, if you're on YouTube, have a look over on the Facebook page. Unders underneath. So again, if you want, and we want to supply, you want it with a standard rod and just buy the extra long rod or a shorter rod, I'm sure we could facilitate that one. It can be switched between left and right hand. Just undo the bolt, take it apart, swap it round. You can do that, it's no problem. And then on the back, it's just a 6mm Allen key, just to undo that one in there, and then you can adjust the height up and down. Not sure what else to say really. Nice bit of kit. I said really good. The extra weight, although the dimensions, as I said, look very similar to the Harolds, that extra weight, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, one of the issues that I had with the Harolds one is that if I do this, it just tips forward. I'm not being obtuse about that one. It just does. With that one, with the Derraco one, it doesn't go anywhere. And I think a lot of that is just in relation to that weight difference, that plate. Obviously, if you want to bolt it down just for extra security, you can do, but not sure what else to tell you. If you've got any questions, just let me know anything specific. There's only one in the country, so I'm afraid for those people asking, I can't send it to you to have a play with. It just isn't going to be possible. However, if you're in the great northwest of England and you want to come and have a look, have a play with it, that's absolutely fine. I'll be taking it to my local gun club and letting the boys and girls there have a look at it. Not sure what else to say. this is the prototype model of the Arbor press from Derraco. Don't ask me about timescales or prices just yet. I haven't got them. It will be very reasonably priced, as all the other things are. And I'm going to put Cheng on the spot and just wing it and say, will it be ready in a month or two? I would probably imagine so, now that we've got the prototype out of the way, but we just need to know any thoughts that you guys have about it. As always, stay safe this time of year. From the Holiday Armadillo, have a great Christmas and a wonderful New Year.